Good afternoon, everybody. It's the Truth Serum, and good afternoon. It's a beautiful fall day out, and it's good to be alive. Thank you for your support, subscribing and commenting, and any way you support me, I appreciate it. Sammy the Bulldog Gravano. I haven't said much about him lately, but I just wanted to state one thing that the families, he wrote the book on The Underboss and talked about these 16 or more murders. And entertainment did well, sold big, The Underboss, probably a top seller. And the victims' families were trying to get compensation, his murder victims that he wrote about wanted, and they tried to seek compensation from the royalties and the proceeds from his book. But I believe in New York, it was denied. State versus federal, where you can try these things. And New York State penal judicial system more or less was in Sammy the Bull Gravano's favor because Sammy was one of them. So, but Laura, let me see what her name is. The one girl, Laura Garafola. I guess her father was murdered by Sammy or something connected to that. She was pursuing things, and another daughter, and there was other ones. So he paid $420,000 to 8 families, almost $3.25 million, and I communicated with the boy that was killed in New York City. She was the sister, and it was Sammy tried to say he wasn't the trigger man, and the FBI didn't want to recognize in those legal proceedings of that boy that was murdered. And his sister, who was older, like my age today, she was nice to me that I spoke upon it, and she appreciated the video I did on that. And, see, they blur the lines to say if you order a hit, it's a murder on you, or whether you're the actual physical trigger man. I believe Sammy the Bull Gravano was the actual trigger man, even when he was given orders, bloodthirsty. But they were trying to, so the jurisdiction of all that, so they moved it back to Arizona, where the Supreme Court, the state, the state court, the federal court were bouncing around. But then they finally said, Sammy the Bull's got to pay. And there were some other members, I think, that weren't included in this report that he had to pay whatever it was, some bits and pieces of that, and he will continually pay if he does. Now, when he goes on his YouTube station and he's talking, and then he wants to say names of people, and he's getting proceeds from YouTube, just like he would get proceeds and royalties from the book Underboss. So now any money's probably generated during whatever he's communicating to the public, and he's being ingratiated financially with a gain. They could come back and say, hey, here's my lawyer. You talked about Uncle Sal and you guys murdered him and everything. And you made money on the advertisements on your videos and everything. So we want $17,000. So maybe his lawyers are telling him, hey, quit using the name. Well, he's a whistleblower anyways. He's a rat. He can't help but you tell names. But I don't know. I just get a feeling that I don't know. It's crazy where Sammy the Bull Gravano, and I'm not going to be a total hater. That people live that life, and you do what you did. You do. I mean, you want to talk morals and the rat and everything. That's easy. That's easy to say, but don't deny it. Like when him and Mike Francis went at it on PB Day, Patrick Bet David, or whatever it was. Forgive me, RB. I never remember, but they're like, who's the bigger rat? You read it on 17. Sammy the Bull Gravano made some found some statements found in foundation about Mike Francis that Mike Francis doesn't want YouTube people to know about. Sorry, Mike, but that's the way it is. Sorry. You're painting polished pictures. You're painting really polished pictures, Mike F. But there's some of the paint is running. I mean, some of it's running, so some of it's getting blurry. I mean, come on. So I don't know. It's and then it says Sammy the Bull Gravano living fearlessly in Arizona. Fearlessly, he's in Arizona or wherever in some cave, a hole in the wall, because he's in fear. If you got the cayunes of a mob guy that you've had in the past, go walk the streets of Brooklyn. That's your blood. That's your home where you grew up. Go walk there. Go walk there. What are you afraid? You're the tough guy. You're the big tough guy on YouTube. Go walk the streets. Go back, you too, Mike Francis. Go back, you big tough YouTube mob all-stars. You Hall of Famers, mobster Hall of Famers on YouTube. Go walk your old neighborhoods. Go ahead. There would be never anything in this planet, in this world, to stop me from walking my old neighborhood. I don't care if my neighborhood has changed or anything else. You got Manhattan. You got all the delicatessens, all the restaurants. You got your culture there. You see how these mob guys are, ladies and gentlemen? You see at the end of the day, when they get up on YouTube and they're chirping, you did this, you did that, yeah. One's in a hole out in California in a secured fortress, and then when another one's in a cave somewhere. Where's your cayunes now? Come on. Sammy the Bull Gravano living fearlessly. Really? Has he made any public appearances lately? Come on. Mike Francis does go out and do some stuff. On the road. He goes out. My bad there. He goes out. You ain't got enough money, Mike? You ain't got enough for that $500 million? You're still selling trinkets on the corner? You're still selling wine? You got a cookbook? I'll tell you, if you were sitting at a dinner table and there was a crumb on the floor and a mouse was coming up to pick up that crumb, Mike Francis would snatch it up first and eat it and say, sorry, Mickey Mouse. Sorry. Can't have it. He wants it all, and he's got it all. That $500 million ain't enough, huh, Mike? Oh, well, what are you going to do? That's the way it goes. That's life. I like him, though. I like him. I like the general person that he is. I like him. This week, I like him. Maybe next week, I might hate him. I don't know. But I like him, though. Yeah, I like his political views. I like, outside of all of that stuff, because he's an older guy, I like the way he still thinks about our country and the state of our country. And I applaud Mike Francis for that. I don't even think Sammy the Bull Gravano knows what century we're living in. But God bless you too, Sammy the Bull Gravano. You're all hustlers. We're all hustlers. I was a hustler. You got to do what you got to do. People are going to hate. People are going to love. And that's that. So on that note, I just wanted to say the book, The Underboss, Sammy the Bull Gravano, made millions and millions of dollars on. And I got to ask that lady who it's, in the mix that her son got in the middle of a hit, and he got some say he aimed at him deliberately. Allegedly some people say Sammy the Bull aimed deliberately, but then they said, well, the car was moving, he was on the sidewalk, and he tried to hit the target. I don't know, but the lady, the sister of that boy, we corresponded and everything. And why shouldn't they get any money? They should get money for that. They should get money. Get lawyer up. Use the lawyer I showed you on one of my last videos. So that's that, folks. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're gonna just keep going, and we're gonna see how far we can go. I appreciate your support. Thank you. You're all kings and queens. It's in your DNA. Okay, believe it, live it, feel it. All right, open your world. Thank you.